Why webinars suck, even if you are great at them. Hey everyone, Tom here, Tom Matson, Chief Movement Maker at the Entrepreneur Empowerment Institute with another myth-shattering video, this one on why webinars suck and what you should do about that as a business person. By the way, even if you're really good at doing webinars. And this came from my experience several years ago. I was in an international mastermind. It was really more of a Google group, but they called it a mastermind led by Dov Gordon of Israel, a fabulous entrepreneur. He'd put together some 187 brilliant marketers from across the globe. Many names you would know for sure. Many were awesome in their area. You'd never heard of them, and many of them were unknowns. A great cross-section of people. I was in that for several years, and in spring of 2016, two people presented their take on why webinars were dead and what they were doing about it. And I listened, I took notes, and I thought, man, oh man, this is amazing. There was Josh Turner from Link Selling and Aman Age, a very successful Canadian entrepreneur that had been doing live events across Canada and was now building and scaling his enterprise soon to enter the US, which he's now since done. And both of them had stopped doing webinars and started doing something they called master classes. I'd never heard the term in this context, but they shared some data that was pretty staggering that got my attention. And the data was that instead of 20% of the people sticking around to the end, they were getting 40, 50, 60, 70% of the people sticking around. Instead of a 45-minute total presentation, they were doing 2 or 3 hours. Each of them had a different model. 2 or 3 hours long instead of 45 minutes. So it was pretty dramatic and for people to stick around that long. The other thing they said was they got a lot of positive feedback from the people that came and didn't apply for a strategy session or an offer. And they were converting offers at a very high rate. So I thought, okay, this has got to be worth trying. So I put together my first masterclass. I took really good notes, and I took the best of Iman and the best of Josh and merged the two in my model. I went with the 3-hour format and came up with a formula that I now use all the time, where you have 30 minutes of content, 15 minutes of Q&A, and then 15 minutes to present your offer, and then 30 minutes of new content, 15 minutes of Q&A, and repeat the offer, and then 30 more minutes of new content, 15 minutes of Q&A, and 15 minutes repeating the offer. So 3 hours total over this period. The first masterclass I did was a low ticket offer, and we converted 73% of the attendees on a $49 a month offer, right? Purchasing from a link. I couldn't believe it. I was stunned. 73%. And then the next offer we put together was a medium ticket offer. It was a $2,000 program, and we converted 12% of the room direct to cart, direct to purchase. And then, thanks be the Lord, I tested a high ticket offer. The next thing I did was test a high ticket offer, and it literally changed my business career. And we've been running a high ticket offer as the first purchase in a masterclass ever since. So 3.5, 4 years now, we've been doing that. Launched the entire business, the Embark $1 Million Authority program, our partnership, the Entrepreneur Empowerment Institute nonprofit that was set up to run in parallel, 3 spin-off divisions, all came from doing that. And it was an absolute game changer for us. And so I'm going to encourage you to do the same thing on your end and consider setting up your own masterclass. So here's our data today. First off, we get between 24% and 34% show up. When the industry average is 20% gold bar standard, we get 24, 25% to 34% is our best show up rate, which is just awesome. We run this for 3 hours. From our own lists and from our referral partners, the lowest we've had over the 3 hours retention was 87%. 87%. Our best ever was 126%. And by the way, we count that 15 minutes in because people arrive late, even for a 3-hour webinar or masterclass, they arrive late. So we started 15 minutes in as our starting point, and at the end of the 3 hours, at the end of the 3 hours. It absolutely blows our mind all the time, the retention rate. In fact, we recently did a masterclass that was all cold traffic. Every single lead was from paid cold traffic. First time they'd done anything with us, 67% retention with cold traffic over the 3 hours. Why? Because we're giving real training, real content, real value. And that leads to the next insight, which is we get more unsolicited thank you emails. And now that we ask for it, more reviews on LinkedIn and on our corporate page and on our Facebook pages, more reviews from our masterclasses than anything we do in our business. And when I say by anything we do, we gave away $1 million worth of scholarships late last year. Get more reviews for more thank yous from our masterclasses. We did a online summit. We had 90 speakers. We had breakouts, keynotes, 8 days, all these topics, all these subjects. Get more thank you emails, more reviews from our masterclasses. It absolutely blows my mind. But part of it is we give so much value over the 3 hours that they feel compelled to thank us. They feel compelled to thank us. By the way, whether they go ahead and purchase or not, we get those thank yous. And that's the other part. All of our high ticket programs offer what's called a strategy session, where we screen them and see if we can help them. The strategy session application rate is 20 to 40%, depends on the masterclass, but somewhere between 20 and 40%. And the rate that qualify and are awarded, because we do a screening process, we don't sell, we don't pitch, we do screen and qualify. Very important for high ticket. If you're not familiar with that, dig into Spin Selling by Neil Rackham. You'll figure out why really quickly. Anyhow, we screen and qualify, and we award about 30% of those strategy sessions. So if you combine those two data points, it's roughly 6% of the live attendees. And they're buying a $25,000 program or a $100,000 program, our two most popular programs. First purchase. Now, we don't get all that money up front because we guarantee results. So we typically get a quarter up front on the lower priced ones, and we get 12.5% on the higher priced ones. But they still sign the agreement. They still commit to all the different elements. They're a perfect fit. We screen and qualify them, and away they go. And that's masterclasses. They are an absolute game changer for you, for your company, for your clients, everyone involved. I strongly encourage you to figure out how to do your own masterclass. If you haven't seen our masterclasses, just connect with me and we'll give you some masterclass links so you can watch them, so you can get an idea how this method works and see how you can apply it to yourself. If you're selling on value, not price, if you believe in your results enough to guarantee them, you will get stunning results like we do and like we teach all of our clients to do. Very important. So glad that you're here. Challenge you to scrap those webinars, throw them in the dust pile of like where the CDs and the albums went and the digital, the plug-in phones, right? Throw them all away, switch over to masterclasses. You'll be so happy. We'll see you on the next video.